I'm at Gebel Silsila on the west bank of the Nile, representing where Brunel stopped after leaving Edfu. And he was on his houseboat, and there's 3 or 4 of them anchored here. These are used now by private families who want their own little cruise boats instead of getting on the commercial vehicles. The big cruise ships, they have their own small houseboats, and they're exactly what Brunel was using. He stopped here to look at the rock tombs. There are engravings on the walls facing the river, and there are tombs cut into the rocks, and I'm standing in one of them. What makes this place interesting is what Henry Brunel noticed, is on the other side of the river he noticed there were quarries, and these quarries supplied most of the stone for the temples at Luxor and Edfu. They're out of bounds nowadays, but if you look across the river through this video, you can see where the Egyptians had thousands of men over the centuries and taken over by the Romans to float the stone down the Nile to build the temples. The sandstone quarries here were worked by thousands of men, and from the 19th, 18th dynasty or earlier through to the Roman period. The quarries were for centuries the main source of Egyptian material for temple building. The most attractive monuments are on the west bank where I'm standing, where the rocks are carved with inscriptions and tiny shrines from all periods, as well as adorned with larger chapels. The southern side of the site is marked by a massive pillar of rock known as the capstone, so called because locals believe there was once a chain. Silsila in Arabic gives the name to this place. Nearly all the 3 shrines built by Merenptah, Ramesses II and Seti I during the New Kingdom. Further north, the main quarry has clear mason's marks and a group of elaborate private memorial chapels. Several stelae, including a large stele of Shosek I, mark the northern limit of the quarry. Near the entry to the site is the Speos of Hormenhek. The east bank is out of bounds, but looking across the river from the west bank, one gets a real sense of the grandeur and scale of what the pharaohs undertook, especially the huge passageway cut through the hillside. On this side of the river is the monument, the Speos of Hormenhek, was started in the New Kingdom, the Pharaoh Hormenhek, 1323 to 1295, before the Common Era, and finished by the officials of the later Ramessidian kings. The small royal shrine hewn from the sandstone is dedicated to Hormen and the range of Egyptian deities. Their cult images are seated in the niche in the rear of the wall. Amun, Mut, Khonsu, Sobek, Taweret, Troth and Horemhak. We'll spin the camera to go into the tomb, and I'm seated next to my tour guide. And all these tombs are full of carvings, seated dignitaries, gods. And this is a less visited site because you can only arrive here by taxi or by the houseboats. And we know that Brunel was here to one of the lesser known temples which Henry Brunel said his father really enjoyed visiting. I hope you find this video interesting. Thank you.